So I'm about to go on ABS television to speak about a space flight that I've been to with Blue Origin, New Shepard NS 31 with all female flight crew. Me and my daughter were there, and we're just going to speak about it to ABS TV. So I'm here and just getting ready to log on. As you can see, I'm going to be zooming on my phone, so I'm all set up here and just waiting.
And purpose are reshaping the future of space travel. And she was really there on the ground witnessing this Blue Origin liftoff, standing in solidarity with the 6 women breaking new ground above. All right, so today we're digging into these missions, the meaning and everything. And we have Keisha Shahab via Zoom. Good morning, Keisha.
Hi, a pleasant good morning. Good morning.
Clear Hall Secondary School for Life.
That's right. Representing.
You've flown to space yourself, and now you've witnessed another historic flight from the ground. What was it like? Because I saw all the pictures you and your daughter interacting with these ladies. What was it like being on the ground at that time?
Wow, it was really emotional because just being in that position as well and going up into space and witnessing a different technology from how we went to space, seeing the rocket, taking off from the ground with the fire explosion and just watching it go straight up into space in like less than a minute. It was beautiful experience, and also to see women are doing this. I mean, it's a different experience, the type of women, but I mean, it was still beautiful to see such a powerful connection, to the divine feminine. Just having that experience and supporting it as well, and also representing myself, my daughter, our island as well, showing ourselves there, making our presence known that we are in the space industry, and it was not just for going up and coming down, we're here to stay as well. So it was really beautiful to just witness that and to be amongst like-minded people as well on this mission.
For yourself and Anastasia, your daughter, why was it important for y'all to be there to support these women on their journey?
Well, first of all, it was an adventure, an experience that we were invited to by 2 of the other astronauts. They were future astronauts at the time, and we were supporting them. Amanda, I liked her mission, supporting women, being safe in the working environment from what she's been through. And also Aisha, who is also from the Caribbean. She's from the Bahamas, and a beautiful black woman, and she wanted all the black women who has been to space, which now is 8 of us, to be there and to take a photo together, because that's powerful, knowing that we've had just under 700 people in a humanity of over 8 billion that's been to space, and out of that it's only 100 has been women and only 20 has been black people, and now 8 of these are black women. So we were representing the black women as well through Aisha, and just being there was just remarkable for my daughter and I, especially with my daughter who wants to continue working in the space industry, and for myself who also want to continue learning more as much as I can about the space exploration as well. Just being in that field is just beautiful to experience it firsthand.
And now let's talk about Aisha just a bit, because you and your daughter, you took the flag of Antigua Barbuda out to space.
Yes.
And now seeing Aisha doing the same thing, how did that stood out to you? Tell me about this moment.
Wow.
Because there are lots of moments we want to talk about here this morning.
I was so proud. I was extremely proud to see another black woman from the Caribbean having this experience as well, and just feeling like, okay, I was first. And when she called me to get advice from me, and I just felt so proud that I could use my experience to help another person. And she raised the funds for herself that got her to space. So her determination was just wow, it was mind-blowing. And just to witness, to see her journey and to see her go into space, I was proud to support her with that as well.
Well, space travel is evolving fast, from trained astronauts to civilians. Why do you think it matters that space now includes people with different stories and paths like yours?
It includes us because this is a very powerful question because we are humanity. There's no separation in humanity. Just like so many of us have gone to space and have witnessed our planet with no borders, all of this, we are creating that on our own right here on Earth. So we're the ones who are responsible for fixing the issues that we have created on our planet. And it's more than important for us to know that space is for all and not just for a selected few. It's not just for it's science is very important, but for us to really understand where we came from and what more is out there for us, we need to explore not just the earth but everything around that involves creation. And being in the space exploration, it is a very important mission for us to understand our purpose here on this planet as well, because there's so much love and connection that you feel from that energy of being in space. So I'm very proud to see this develop in the way that it is, just like when we first started with cell phones, how it developed, when we first started with the internet, with flying in regular commercial flights, remembering the first flight that actually took off and seeing where it is now. I am proud to see where, maybe not in my generation, but hopefully in the future, we will see how space exploration is really involving all of us, and all of us can have that experience as well.
Now, what were the conversations like with the crew and bystanders, everybody who they invited? What was the conversation like before the launch and after?
I definitely noticed the difference in how the girls looked before and after the space flight, and even, the wows and the tears and all of that. It was really emotional for everybody. But particularly, I noticed the new astronauts when they were going up. You can tell the nerves, you can actually see a difference in their body language where they were a bit maybe relaxed, but I could see a little bit of stiffness. And then when they went up and came back, I just saw how they relaxed and the humble look in their face. I knew that look. I knew, hey, they saw something mind blowing, and that experience is like a near death experience, moving so fast, going up into space, and actually seeing that this is real. Earth is real. Just looking at it, just floating there in this blackness, and that these women coming back and the same expression that we had as well, the same things that they're talking about, what we spoke about, with that big connection of love, that big connection of silence and peace, and just feeling like you're a part of everything, knowing that you're worthy and you're important too, even if we're so small and so minute. So you could definitely see that, and that definitely was the highlight of the conversation, seeing the difference in these girls. They did it. They went up, they came back, and now it's amazing stories that they get to share forever.
Now, you spoke about, let's go back to what you talk about, the generation that's yet to come and how you want to see them take this as a big impact on the world. What do you hope they take away from watching yourself the other day, a few years ago, and now seeing all female, and we're going to see people keep going up to space and just a regular travel and back to Earth? How do you want them to look at this in the future? Because you spoke about it, but let's get into it.
So, looking at this in the future, I mean, like my mission was really going beyond self limitations, going beyond the fears. And it's so much fear behind of going into space and the unknown. And I feel like the more we can get into educating ourselves more and more about this mission, future missions to come, just the science behind of space, how can we survive out there, with our body, the way we can eat, our breath, or taking care of our emotions, anxieties, and all of that. I mean, all of this is so doable. And the more that we can actually, more people on our planet that can have this experience, or even be in the space industry and watch different space launches that goes up, it can change us so much in the mind, in the emotions as well, the connection that we can have to beyond just this planet, not being so self-centered, thinking that we're all that can exist out there, because there's so much more and we haven't even discovered anything as yet. So this is just like the beginning of the iceberg, and hopefully it will take us down a path that we can really enjoy, and we can feel safe as well and connected to whatever we can discover out there, because I really have no idea. But I know that I have that open heart, that open mind that's willing to learn and willing to discover more. So this is what I'm hoping for the future as well, that we can at least have a better understanding of more that of what's out there, because we really don't know much. We just know about, what we already been told, but what more is out there that we can learn. That's what I'm looking for.
Okay, Keisha, before we go, final question. How do we make sure that space is just not a playground for the privileged, but a platform for global voices and change?
That's a very good question. And I feel like we need to learn how to use both. We need to use it as well for the privilege, because the more privilege that funds these things makes it more accessible one day for the less privilege. Like for me, for example, I didn't have the funds to do it. I just had the dream and the desire. And I was so blessed, so fortunate to have two seats, not even one, two. And I've met other astronauts as well who have won their seats as well to go to space. One lady really fascinated me, Dr. Sian Proctor. She won her ticket through poetry. She wrote a poem that won her a seat to space, and she became the first Black woman to pilot herself into space and spent 3 days in space. So I think that's amazing. So if we can combine both, we can have a beautiful future where we can keep the funding going, because we do need the very wealthy people to fund these explorations, because we ourselves don't have that deep enough pocket to do that. So I say open the doors for the wealthy to do this, so that we can as well benefit from this, because to be honest, the more wealthy people I think go up into space, the overview effect is a real thing, and it will change them for the better, for the betterment of humanity, for the betterment of Earth, that all of us can benefit from this as well. So to keep having faith, keep moving forward, raising your voices, being involved. When I was going to space, so many people reached out to me with amazing messages that they wanted to take to space, and I took them all in my heart with me to space. So that's how our voices are spread as well, not being afraid to approach people and speak to them. I mean, they're human. There's nothing scary about anybody out there. Like when you look at the big picture, it's like, wow. But when you get closer to it and you really look at it, it's just that we're all just humans. So there's really no separation.
Keisha Shahab, space traveler and Tegan pioneer, and witness to another moment in history, reflecting on how the sky is no longer the limit for who gets to go and beyond it. Keisha, thank you for your time
Thank you.
this morning, and we know we're always striving for excellence.
That's right. Strive for excellence. May the force be with you.
And also with you. All right.
Thank you.
Serious folks, we've got more coming up right after this, including our updates from APUA with Anna Z. Reynolds.